Hello everyone, all of you who are currently present here in Helsinki and all our wonderful audience, all of you who are joining our conference online. You are very, very warmly welcome to the Refashioning the Renaissance final conference and exhibition, which take place today and tomorrow here in Helsinki. We are obviously very, very sad that we cannot have our audience here with us in person, but we are also extremely grateful that we were able to organize this event now and have some of our speakers to discuss our work and common interests here in Helsinki despite the pandemic circumstances. My name is Paula Hohti, and I'm a professor of art and culture history at Aalto University, and I'm the principal investigator of the ERC-funded 5-year research project called Refashioning the Renaissance, Popular Groups and the Material and Cultural Significance of Clothing in Early Modern Europe, where we have explored how fashion emerged and developed among social groups, among lower social groups in Europe in 1550 to 1650. And we have also been interested in looking at how this fashion development transformed the look and experience of fashion at popular levels of society. So in this project, our aim has been to bring together a wide range of written sources, historical images, and contemporary reconstructions in order that we could explore two important interrelated questions. We wanted to understand how ordinary Italians, such as bakers, barbers, and shoemakers, engaged with fashion in the early modern period. And we also wanted to explore how we can gain a better access to the culture of lower social groups when so few garments survive and sources about clothes are fragmentary. To answer these questions, we have collected a lot of archival evidence on European artisan fashions in 1550 to 1650 and try to understand our data by doing hands-on experimentations and material reconstructions. Our team consists of 2 postdocs, 2 project researchers, a PhD student, and 2 coordinators. And here's our lovely team. We have also been fortunate to have some short-term research fellows and research assistants to work with us, Jane Malcolm Davis, Mattia Viale, and Umberto Signori. So what have we done during this project? During the first year of our teamwork, we dedicated our work for archival research and research on visual images. Just a minute. Our project PhD student Anne-Christine and our project researcher Stefania spent 1.5 years in archives looking for documents of artisans and shopkeepers in Denmark and in Italy. With Mattias and Umberto's help, we have now managed to transcribe all these inventories that we found on an Excel database, and it consists of over 30,000 items of clothing, accessories, and jewelry that belong to artisans and shopkeepers. This data will be available publicly online in 2022, and the test version of the database is available here in Helsinki at our exhibition for testing. During this period, we also visited silk workshops, such as the Lisio in Florence, and many museum collections, including the Wellcome Institute collection, Museum of London, the Met, Vata Shoe Museum, Palazzo Mocenigo, the Vasa Ship Museum, and many more. And here, with the help of curators and conservators, we learned a lot about early modern textiles and how we should study them. During the second year of our teamwork, we moved on to the experimental phase of our project. We organized altogether 10 experiment workshops where we tested how early modern recipes can be used to create 16th century colors, or to make fake amber, pearls, and fur, or to explore how clothes were washed and taken care of in the early modern period. We also spent time with craft experts, learning how fibers, textiles, and garments were produced and made. We visited the Nido di Seta in Calabria to learn how silk was made, in the early modern period. We also participated in 2 courses in the Institute of Lisio in Florence, studying and trying out how historical silk textiles were woven. And we spent a whole week at the London School of Historic Dress learning how an early modern male doublet was made and sewn together. During this year, we also initiated 4 reconstruction projects. The most ambitious one of these, which was led by our postdoc Sophie Pittman, was the historical reconstruction of an imitation doublet, which we made in collaboration with London School of Historic Dress. This doublet, made of black and stamped mock velvet, so woolen velvet, was owned by one of our artisans, a water seller whose name was Francesco Ristori, and he died in Florence in 1631. We also hired one of our PhD students from Aalto, Maarit Kalmakurki, to create a digital animation to show how this complex garment was actually made and what were the hidden layers that are not normally visible for us when we look at a historical doublet. In 2017, we also initiated a knitting experiment where we hired 35 voluntary local knitters to knit historical woolen items for us. I owe my deepest gratitude to all these fantastic experts who worked with us and each spent about 200 hours just knitting with very fine needles. And the stockings that they knitted are visible and seen in our exhibition. We also set up a greenhouse on campus where we grew our own dye plants. Our timing in this project could not have been more perfect. We finished our last experimental workshop on 12th March in 2020, on the very same day when the pandemic literally closed our campus, our country, and the world around us. It was a perfect moment for us to move on to our final stage of the project, which is just to analyze the result and write up our publications. When I look back now at everything that we have done, I am so proud. Excuse me. I am so proud of my team members who have worked incredibly hard to achieve the results in our project. Thank you, Sophie, Michelle, Anne-Christine, Victoria, Stefania, and our coordinators, Pia and Lena, for working so incredibly hard. I am forever grateful that you have put your heart and soul into this project and made this the most amazing research experience that I have ever had. But our team could not have done this work without the generous help of our colleagues. I want to thank all our collaborators and experts who have collaborated and advised us and attended our workshops, especially Jenny Tiramani, John Stiles, Flora Dennis, Tessa Story, Tim McCall, Lizzie Curry, Joe Kirby, Natalia Ortega-Saetz, Art Pro-Anjo Gabor, Jenny Bulbele, Mai Ringard, Sven Dupré, and Pamela Smith. And finally, a very special thanks go to all members of our distinguished advisory board, John Stiles, Evelyn Welsh, Ulinka Rublak, Tessa Story, Flora Dennis, Maria Hayward, and Susan North. You have really challenged me and us, but you have also encouraged us and always gently guided our research back on the right track when we have taken missteps. During this project, I have seen some amazing things. I have worn 16th century silk stockings, seen a historical silk mill at work, held a 16th century platform shoe in my hands, and woven velvet on historical rooms. I have also done some strange things, such as stood in a water bucket in our national TV, together with Jane Malcolm Davies. That was fun. This project, and especially the collaboration with so many of our researchers and colleagues, has been a truly rewarding experience. And now I am just so happy that we get to share the results with all of you, in person or online. So for the audience, the conference platform is a live online environment. And if you look on the left side of the page, there is a menu where you can see a reception, which is the main starting page. And all the presentations will take place in the virtual conference room, so on the left menu, conference stage room. After each conference session, we have a discussion session where you will be able to ask some questions from our speakers or participate in the discussion. So this will take place in the discussion room. And when you join the discussion room, you can either ask your question via chat, writing it on chat, or if you want to appear on screen, just like you would do normally in Zoom, you can just press the button which says ask to share audio, and I will then approve your request when it's your turn to ask the question, and then your face appears on the online screen. There's also a section for our exhibition on the page, and we are very sad that you can't see the exhibition here in Helsinki in person, but we have taken some images and there's some video material about the exhibition for you to see a little bit about it virtually. So once again, very warm welcome, and I hope you enjoy these 2 days. Thank you very much.